All right. Good morning, everyone. It
Good
is
morning.
10 o'clock. We're going to get started on time. I do not want to hold you any longer than we have to, but I wanted to welcome all of you to, I think this is our first small business meeting since we changed our name. And we've selected new advisory members, which I'm excited. I saw the list that Tamara provided, and I'm excited about those of you who have agreed to join us in this journey to advance small businesses in South Carolina. I'm Dr. Dolores DaCosta. I'm the executive director here at the Commission for Community Advancement and Engagement. Short title, Advance SC. And we're going to allow Tamara at this time, she gets me when I say the wrong name. We will ask Tamara at this time to call the roll of all the advisory members for me.
Thank you, Dr.
See how she's
DaCosta,
laughing because I said the wrong thing.
thank you for sending it over to me. And just to introduce myself, everybody, my name is Tamara Lewis. I am the Small Business Program Coordinator here at the Commission. I'm going to run by the names that I have on the list. And if there is somebody named that I do miss, I just ask that you please charge us to the head and not the heart, and just let me know so that I can pin you in. But to start off, is Miss Sonia Barkley on the call? Okay. Miss Angela Brewer?
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Angela.
All right, Pastor Odell Cleveland, and I see you on the
Morning.
screen. Good morning.
Mhm.
All right, do we have Miss Tasha Dash?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. And forgive me if I say it wrong. Do we have Miss Stacia Dawson?
Stacia.
Stacia,
It's
excuse me.
Stacia. It's all good. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right, do we have Miss LaShawn Edmonds?
Good
All right.
morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Is Mr. Hammond Edwards on the call?
I'm here. Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
Hammond.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Do we have Miss Anya Little Knight?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Do we have Miss Evelyn Lugo? I think I may have seen her. Miss Evelyn, are you on the call this morning? I don't want to skip past.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you
Good
for joining
morning,
us. I
Evelyn.
thought I seen you.
Good morning.
Good
All right. Do we
morning.
have Miss Vanessa Moto? No. And I see you, Miss Sonia. Good morning. Thank you
Good
for joining
morning,
us.
all.
I'm going to mark you as present. All right. Mr. Pello Myers.
Present and accounted for.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Alex Navarro.
Good morning. Buenos días.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Do we have Miss Courtney Scipio on the call this morning?
Good morning, Courtney
Good
Scipio.
morning. Thank you for joining us. All right, and we have Miss Gloria Tanner.
Yes, I'm here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. All right, and Miss Erin Wessinger.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. And do we have Miss Suham on the call? I know she emailed us saying she would try to come. And if not, that is okay. All right, and I see Miss Norma Brown on the call. Thank you for joining us as well. And Mr. Les Eccles, I
I'm
see you
present.
as well. Thank you. Is there anybody's name that I may have missed? All right. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Dr. DaCosta, if you would like to start off with our executive leadership introductions.
All right. Thank you so much, Tamara. What a wonderful group of people on this advisory board. One thing that we look for when we try to build an advisory board, we find people who have some kind of connection to small business, whether it's financial, whether you're a business owner, whether you deal with IRS or partner with us, commerce. We got SBA, SBDC. We try to build a team of people to become the resource that we need to help guide us through our small business division. My leadership team, my chief of staff is Brenton Brown. Brenton, are you on the call?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here. Good morning, everybody.
All right, our director of research, Dr. Fenton. I've seen he's somewhere on the call. Public information, Sharice Bell.
Good morning, everyone.
Community engagement, Mr. Yvonne Segura.
Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias.
And our small business director, Mr. Johnny Birch. Johnny, if you could introduce your small business team for me, please.
Good morning, Small Business Advisory members. It's a pleasure seeing all of you on the call this morning. I will introduce my team.
I can hardly hear you, Johnny.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, John. Your volume is just a little bit low.
Okay. Well, my team consists of Tamara Lewis. She's my program coordinator. Mr. Ashton Williams, he's my outreach coordinator. Mr. Mark Plowler, he's my certification coordinator. And Mr. Reese Santos, he's my economic development coordinator. And Ms. Margaret Tillman, she's my administrative coordinator. And of course, you all know who I am. I am Johnny Birch. I'm the director of the Small Business Division.
All right, thank you, Johnny. For a brief overview of the agency, most of you remember us as the South Carolina Commission for Minority Affairs. Last May, the name was changed, and so we changed our mission and vision for the organization. We are focusing primarily now on community advancement and engagement from an economic perspective. We're looking at strengthening rural communities and under-resourced communities. We want to make sure that every South Carolinian has the opportunity to achieve economic prosperity. And as you know, when we talk about economics, businesses, small businesses are the foundation of every community because we have more small businesses in this state than any other organization. So therefore, this committee is going to be crucial for the commission. Someone's echoing. As we move forward, we will be counting on all of you to give your insight, your input on where we need to work as far as strengthening and building more small businesses. Lauren, can you put the purpose on the screen for me, please? You all will get a copy of this. We're going to be updating the packet that you received with some additional information, including our board. We have a board of commissioners. We have 7 present, but we can accommodate up to 10. And I want you all to know who these commissioners are and the congressional districts they represent, or whether or not they are at large, meaning that they represent the entire state of South Carolina. The purpose of Advanced SC Small Business Advisory Committee. You will serve as a strategic advisory board to provide guidance, expertise, and stakeholder input to support the development, growth, and sustainability of small businesses across South Carolina. We're going to send you a copy of this. I'm not going to take the time to read every single bit of it, but you will be our advisors. Whenever we are dealing with situations regarding small businesses, we are counting on all of you for your input on how we can improve our small businesses. We have folks on this call, and I'm also looking for a few additional people who bring an expertise to the table. We have folks who specialize in training and developing small business. We have folks who specialize in funding for small businesses. We have folks who are here who are small business owners. So therefore, we have a lot of experience on this call, and we are counting on you to add to what we're doing to make sure that all small businesses in South Carolina are treated equally, and we want to make sure that small businesses have what they need to grow and become great in the state of South Carolina. You will help us with policy issues. And in a few minutes, I'm going to let Johnny talk about an initiative that we introduced to the General Assembly this year that we will have to introduce again next year. And I think that you all will be pleased to hear how we're going to reshape our small business division when it comes to contracting and certification. There's a need to make sure that the playing field is level. And when I say level, meaning the proposal that we have will not be race or gender focused. It will be race and gender neutral. And you, Johnny, will explain how that's going to come together. And we're going to get some feedback from all of you, because when that legislation comes up again in January, we're going to need you all to give some input, whether it's contacting your elected official or what have you. If you support what we're doing, we want you to be a part of the advocacy efforts as far as getting legislation through the General Assembly. Johnny, if you would come with the brief overview of that proposal at this time.
Can everybody hear me now? Can you hear me?
It's maybe my volume
Yeah,
is
you may
down
just
low.
have to speak up just a little more. Just
Okay,
speak
can
loud.
everybody hear me? Can you hear me?
Mhm.
We can
Okay,
hear you, but your voice is not very loud at all.
I don't really know what's going on with my system this morning, but I'm going to speak to you briefly about, we introduced a bill, the 3-tier certification process. And if you look on the screen, the tier 1 basically covers the revenue from $1,000 to $1 million. And that's basically the minimal employees between 1 and 10 employees, and pretty much working in the general local area. All right, the reason why I'm only doing a brief interview of this, because I want to sit down with the Small Business Advisory Committee, and we can sit and talk about some of the necessities that we need in the small business community. But this is what the proposal look like now. This is not the complete proposal, but this is a brief synopsis of what we're proposing to legislators. But I will include all the Small Business Advisory Committee on the input of what it should look like and how we move forward in actually promoting the small business community, which is race and gender neutral. So tier 2 is basically income between 1 million to 10 million dollars. That's a tier 2 small business, and that's up to 11 to 50 employees. And moderate, those are the ones that's a little bit more structured. They're able to be bonded, so they're moving up to the level of being a tier 3 certified small business. And if you look at the tier 3 certification, those are the larger small businesses, which will up to maybe from 50 to 200 employees, but with a business revenue of at least $10 million or more. This is what we're looking at, and those are the people that's eligible to bid on the $25 million contracts and have no issues of being awarded those types of contracts. So we did want to have the partnership with subs between the tier 1 and tier 2, the subcontract with the tier 3 employees. That's something that we're looking at, and we'll talk more about that as time progresses. But I do want to have an in-person sit-down meeting with the actually Small Business Advisory Committee and take some of your ideas, and we'll move forward from there, because it's not just the commission and small business, it's the small business community, and you all are part of that community. Anybody got any questions?
All right. Any questions from anyone? Could you hear Johnny clearly? And
I
we
have a
will send you a
question.
copy of the proposal. It is a draft, and give you time to jot some notes down, your thoughts on how we can strengthen that legislation before it comes up again next year. What do we expect from you? I think it's included in your packet. We expect you to attend quarterly meetings, share insights from your industry, region, and professional expertise, provide feedback on small business issues and initiatives, serve as an ambassador for Advanced SC within your networks, help identify emerging opportunities and challenges facing South Carolina's small businesses. 4 times a year, it's not a lot of time, but we want an active advisory committee. We need your input. We need to know how we shift or how we travel this journey to strengthen small businesses. And your voice is very important to helping us shape the small business division. The small business division is more than contracting and certification. That's just a small part of it. Small business division will include things like training and development. We are hoping to put together some kind of training academy, accredited training academy. We work a lot with commerce. We work with SBA, SBDC, like I mentioned before. You are our partners. We don't do a lot of the training. We call you to do the training. We get the people in the room, we organize it, and we ask you to come in to share how what you do can benefit small businesses. We're going to continue those partnerships because we've got a lot of expertise on this call, and we're counting on you to help us shape this small business division. We are the one division that will have a database of all small businesses in the state of South Carolina who have been certified for contracting and what have you. So therefore, there's going to be a component to this process where folks will need to know what procurement means. What does it mean to bid on contracts? What do you need to have in your portfolio to bid on contracts? So therefore, we will be depending on all of you to help us put this together and to actually help train small businesses on how to do all of these things. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Tamara so that she can talk about issues, some issues that we want to hear from you, your input from regarding small businesses.
Thank you, Dr. DaCosta, but I am going to back up just a little bit. I do want to give our council members the opportunity to introduce themselves, excuse me. Just let us know who you are, what organization or what business you represent, and the role that you play. And also just let us know what location you primarily serve. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to call on one person. I'm just going to trust you all to keep it moving after the first person starts. So I'm going to call on my friend, Miss Norma Brown. Do you mind starting us off with introductions?
Thank you. So good to be here. My name is Norma Lynn Brown. I'm the CEO of Lynn Brown Inspires Young CEOs and Leaders. I taught 35 years entrepreneurship, and now this is my 9th camp. I'm teaching kids how to start their own business. And this year, we're going to start a year-long program. Starting in September, we'll have the Young CEO Journey Beyond the Books, and we'll have a Young CEO Next Level Club. So I'm looking forward to being a part of this advisory board and looking for mentorship and looking for input, and also giving my input on behalf of the students. And we have parents of young CEOs. That's a program I've developed where the parents are involved in the young CEOs. And this is grades 4 through 12.
Thank you.
Odell Cleveland. Run a company. We partner with faith communities and healthcare institutions and getting faith communities to utilize a lot of their land that's underutilized. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vanessa Mota. I am the owner of Mota Crosslinking Business Academy. We have been in service for 5 years. We serve, everything we do is business-based, and we have a CEO track program That is 210 hours of business curriculum. We have had 250 business owners graduate from our program. 35% are at the $1 million bracket. And hold on, sorry. What's the other thing? And then 10% decide they don't want to get into business. We also cater to kids all the way to adults. And we have also other workshops that will go into the CEO track program. However, the CEO track program, we have had 3 cohorts graduate the 210 hour curriculum hours. And that's what we've been doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I guess I'll go next. My name is Sonia Barkley. I'm the Manager of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at South Carolina Department of Commerce. And in my role, we help, we're ecosystem builders, right? So we do help businesses one-on-one, just hear them out, what challenges they're having, what gaps they're facing in their community. And then we make those connections to our entrepreneur support organizations in their area that help them to connect with resources. We also, connect our ESOs, our entrepreneur support organizations, including chambers, higher ed institutions, nonprofits that support small businesses, try to help them stay connected as well. We foster or we host 2 different activities throughout the year. We try to get them all together throughout the Relentless Challenge grant. So we support businesses one-on-one. We support communities as well, helping to engage into sourcing days, something similar to the SBA. We work with pretty much everyone on the call I've had some connection with at some point. We're helping to bring those resources to communities. And then we have the Relentless Challenge grant. At Commerce, we don't have the funds to give grants directly to small businesses, but we can support the organizations that help small businesses. So that's through our Relentless Challenge grant. And I'll be happy to share the notice of funding with you all as well after the call. I'll send it to Ms. Lewis and then she can send it out to everyone so you can see what that's like. And that's open to nonprofits, higher ed institutions, and local governments, city of, town of, borough of, county of, to help support. So we look at the overall arching gaps in the state. We do survey different counties to see let them self-identify where they are and the support that they provide to small businesses. And then we start connecting the dots there. Sometimes in some communities, we find that maybe one hand doesn't know what the other's doing. So we bring them together, whether they're thinking their county is stagnant or thriving. Sometimes we get to see that they check all the boxes. So we want to just make sure that they stay engaged and then also engage with other communities if there's programming that they're trying to stand up. So I thank you so much for this opportunity. It's ideal for me to be part of this. It's ideal for me to share whatever we're doing at Commerce and any opportunities that we can spread out throughout the state. And we do serve the entire state as well. Thank you.
I'll go next. Good morning. My name is Tasha Dash. I'm the founder and CEO of She Dreams Consulting, and we help aspiring entrepreneurs who want to start a business but they don't know where to begin through a business launch certificate program. We help them step by step from launching to covering everything from business setup, financial planning, all of that good stuff and everything in between. And so we're really excited about the opportunity to be here to be inspired, to get inspired, and to be able to help the next generation of business owners.
Wonderful.
Good morning, everyone. I guess I'll go next. I'm Angela Brewer. I'm with SBA. I am the business opportunity specialist. So I work primarily with small businesses that are trying to get certified to work with the federal government. I approve all contracts that coming in for my 8A program. I also manage the 8A program right now. Currently, I have 40 small business in my 8A portfolio. That's decreasing, seem like daily, because a lot of things that I used to have control over with the new administration, I no longer have control over. So headquarters is doing a lot. So, I'm losing people often, for non-responsiveness, but that's something that SBA is going through. I am also the woman-owned small business rep for the state. I cover the entire state. It's just me. So I rely heavily on my resources, my resource partner, like you all. I send a lot of things to you all. You all send things to me. We try to work together because it's just a little bit of Angela trying to cover the entire state. And it's a lot trying to do, a lot with little. So that's who I am.
Angela is everywhere we go. She said she's one person covering the state. Trust me, she has wheels on the bottom of her shoes.
I can go next. Good morning, everyone. I am Courtney Scipio. So I'm the CEO and owner of IBA Event Rentals. So we're out of Charleston, South Carolina. So I've been in business 12 years now. My husband and I, we started our business out of our home garage and we have grown it. We have a fleet. We have 10 full-time employees, 2 part-time, and I'm just looking to share, just my experience with building the proper foundation for our business and scaling it and just being in the position that we are in. So I'm excited to be on this board and just look forward to growing relationships and just help other small business owners create that solid foundation as well.
Wonderful.
Okay, I can go next. My name is Pelham Myers Jr. I'm the owner of P&B Promotionals. We've been in business for about 30 years now, and we support organizations, businesses, governmental agencies in branding. We do imprinted promotional products and apparel, have been doing so for quite some time. So that's our niche, and I'm so glad to have been invited to this advisory council, and hopefully we can make a very good impact with this organization.
Wonderful.
I guess I'll go next. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm Gloria Cyprian Tanner, and I am CEO of a company by the name of Comprehensive Business Consultants. And the services that we provide are really those things that I've learned and gained experience for the last 30 years. Now, you heard me say 30. I won't go past that 30th year because that'll tell you a little bit something about our ages. So I stick with 30 years. But I've actually worked on both sides, meaning that I have been an employee of the largest engineering firm in the world. And for the last so many years, I've worked as a director of contracts. So I have been one of those individuals responsible for developing the invitations for bid and the requests for proposals and evaluating those proposals when they come in. So now as a business owner, those are the same things that I do. In fact, we provide contract compliance. We review the contracts to ensure that after an owner awards the contract or with any federal agency funds a particular project, and we confirm that all the terms and conditions are actually being met. And that's even including payments to small businesses. A lot of times there are many small business owners, especially on the construction side, that they are not paid when the prime contractor is paid. So our job is to come in and to ensure compliance with all those terms and conditions of the contract. Unfortunately, there are many times when subcontractors have to file lawsuits to get paid and the other things that they're supposed to do, but don't truly understand the agreements of what they're signing up for. And therefore, the prime can sort of have their way with whatever they intend to do with those subs. But we kind of step in to ensure that those things doesn't happen. Other services we provide are construction partnering. And what that is to make sure that there is a potential decrease in any claims, that everyone involved within the contract itself, the owner, as well as all subcontractors and prime contractors, are implementing the commissions of whatever the specifications require for. We have done extensive training and development. I have a team of unbelievable engineers, one engineer and really one architect and myself. We cover the gamut of any aspect of a project. So we ensure that small businesses truly understand the importance of thoroughly reading specifications prior to bidding on them. We do education and training and scheduling, submitting bids and proposals, and really breaking down all the aspects of our invitation for bid or RFP. In fact, we have trained small businesses throughout the state of South Carolina and really across this country, and received national awards for those firms that have actually received contracts. We have been involved with projects such as the $3 billion Ravenel Bridge. I've also worked with the $18 billion superconductor supercollider, which is a nuclear project down in Waxahachie, Texas. And the last area of services that we provide is facilitating. We facilitate public hearings. We do a lot of outreach, surveys, and we conduct surveys and analyze them as well. So those are the areas that we provide. And I'm extremely pleased to have been invited to be a part of this team, because a lot of times I don't think that our senior executives or our committee members of these state organizations, and thanks to Dr. Acosta for doing so, establishing this organization, because they may know that we exist as small businesses, but they really don't get it and understand. So I'm really pleased to be a part of the committee as well.
All right. Thank you, Gloria.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Les Echols of the Greater Florence Chamber of Commerce. I guess we kind of do what chambers do. My role is developing small business programs and events to help our local small business and entrepreneurial community. Have worked with many of you on the call. We recently had an event at Honda, our Small Business Success Summit, which was a huge success. Doc, I want to thank members of your team that attended, Johnny, and members of your team that attended and supported, SBA, Department of Commerce, and many others that supported. And I've worked with a lot of you on this call and had conversations with you. So we continue to do what we do and support our small businesses.
Thank you, Les. Welcome back, Les.
Thank you.
Well, I think that it will be me since the chamber from Florence did his. I'm Evelyn Lugo. I'm the founder and the president of the South Carolina Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We are going into our 20th year anniversary next year, and it has been a long, long path, and we are very excited about it. The chamber has been focusing on education more than anything, and our entrepreneur empowerment series has been done across the state as we serve the whole state. 3-4 years ago, we went into what it was called the Community Navigator Pilot Program. And Dr. DaCosta knows about this grant that came through the SBA and in the past administration. And we were honored to be part of that with SCCCAE as I spoke. And what a great experience that has been. And that led us to, when it was finished, to the SCCCAE that we are under our great friend, Michelle Abraham. Now she's not longer the director, but now we have a new director, Marquise, and he is wonderful as well. And we are honored to continue to do what we do best, which is coaching and helping our entrepreneurs, micro businesses. And these are services that are completely free. They don't have to pay for that. And we have never charged any of our clients. And I don't think that we will start any of that anytime soon. I'm honored to be here today, and I am excited. And I can't wait to meet every one of you in person. And I can wait to see, how much I'm going to learn. And at the same time, how much I will be kind of giving back to my community. Thank you, Dr. DaCosta and your team for thinking about me. And it's been an honor. Thank you all.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Well, I am Anya Little Knight, and I am the regional manager at Self-Help Federal Credit Union. We have 3 locations in the state. We serve the state, but not only the state, the West Coast, the Midwest, and the East Coast as well. But we have, like I said, 3 branches. Well, we have a total of 6 branches in South Carolina. And what we do is, our mission is to serve mostly the underserved. We provide financial services to small businesses and individuals to help them get started. We help them understand the importance of credit, the importance of keeping it separate your business account is separate from your personal account. It's just financial education. And we also provide tools as what educational, free financial coaching, things they need to get started to make their businesses successful. We are currently starting this summer an intern who is community engagement intern who is working with nonprofits here in Columbia, well, throughout the state, to the way we can better serve and educate small businesses. It's a pleasure to be a part of the board. I'm looking forward to working with you all. And whatever you need from me, just simply ask.
Thank you.
Next, my name is LaShawn Edmonds, and I'm the owner of CARES LLC. I am a patient inventor founder now DME company. We sell diabetic and lymphedema footwear, and we're also a DME company. We sell medical supplies, light, because we're on the light side of it right now. But the value that I bring to this committee is basically being a community advocate, not only just in the community with business and entrepreneurs, but also as an advocate, as a patient, and being able to solve my own problem from actually having the condition, which caused me to invent shoes for people who suffer from chronic illnesses that I have. And through this journey, I've been able to not only invent products, but become credentialed with Medicare and Medicaid, FDA, and also now I'm in the process of creating remote monitoring technology. So I've had an opportunity to work with some of you in some of these programs that you offer as a emerging entrepreneur. And I also train small businesses through programs throughout the upstate of South Carolina because of my experience of going through the whole ecosystem that some of you mentioned. So aside from solving my own problem, by trade, I am an educator. So I train adult learners for many, many, many years. So I have another company that we assist small businesses with going through and how to get their businesses set up, and also how to maneuver with branding and helping to get engaged with various organizations within the government. And that's me. Nice to meet everybody, and looking forward to working with you all.
Thank you.
I'll jump in. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hammond Edwards. I'm a commercial banker here in Columbia with a small community bank named Optus Bank. Some of you may be familiar with the former Victory Savings Bank and then later South Carolina Community Bank. And we are the latest iteration of that soon to be 105-year-old institution. And we're a little bank here in town that we're very proud of. We're the state's only minority depository institution, and we remain controlled and managed primarily by minorities. And we're very active around the state. We do a lot of financial literacy work, much like a lot of you on the call here. We really pride ourselves on our involvement in the community, very active in various development programs around the state. And then we also work locally with various school districts and other groups to help with financial literacy and our younger folks out there that we see over and over as a needed issue there. So, I am the senior lender with Optus Bank here in Columbia and wear many hats. And again, I think a lot of us do. So some days I'm washing dishes in the break room, and other days mopping up the floor after an event in our offices. But we have two offices here in Columbia, and I've had the pleasure of serving with Dr. DaCosta on a program down in Georgetown County with a minority business incubator for the last 4 years, which has been incredibly successful and a real pleasure. And I will say that Brenton and I have also went through the diversity leadership program at the Riley Institute together. So very excited about being asked to be a part of this and looking forward to meeting and connecting with everyone on the call, those that I haven't met already. Thank you.
Thank you, Hammond.
I'll go
Anyone
next.
else?
My name's Erin Wessinger, and I am the owner of To the Moon and Back and Arbetis Construction, and the recent founder of Dare to Be Great Foundation for Youth Entrepreneurship. So there are several of you on the call that I will be reaching out to for help and for support and for advice, because I think it is a very underserved issue in the state of South Carolina, financial literacy. So the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because I am a financial entrepreneur. To the Moon and Back is a CFO on demand service, which some people call it fractional. I don't like fractional because that's itty bitty. I'm not itty bitty, I'm big. I offer high level executive bookkeeping, payroll, software integrations. I serve as registered agent. I can also start up your business. I provide customized QuickBooks training. I have a platinum level expert certification. So therefore, letting people knowing what finances are and helping businesses, especially small business, is my passion. Arbetis Construction is also a small general construction firm that I own with my husband. It is majority woman owned. I have had several issues with SCDOT, contracting, being awarded, being not awarded, and we can talk about that at a later time should it come up. But I've had a lot of experiences with the federal government that I can bring to the table and hopefully help with policies and change the way small businesses of all dialects and all demographics and all sexes are judged. I think it should be even across the board. It should be dependent on experience and price, not who's going to grease somebody's pocket. And that's all I'll say about that. But I'm honored to serve on this board. Thank you, Johnny Birch, for inviting me. There's a wealth of knowledge that I can't wait to interact with. So have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, we should be down to our last two, Ms. Dawson and Mr. Navarro.
Good morning, everybody. I am Stacia McNeil Dawson, the owner of Ondaw Sanitation Services. When you hear a need, you find a solution. Ondaw Sanitation Services began because we heard the need of the community. We are big on serving the underserved communities. We are currently serving over 7 communities within the rural areas. We try to reach out to those areas that are not receiving the resources that they need. So it's not about what you do, it's about how effective you are. Are you able to reach the need of the people? How determined, how dedicated are you? So we are big on that. I am big on that. So I am very excited about being a part of this community, this group right here, to see how we can reach out, see how we can bring our resources together, see how we can pull out all of our ideas and make it better within the state of South Carolina. So again, thank you all. Thank you, Dr. DaCosta. Thank you to the committee. I am excited to meet each and every one of you. And again, let's see what we can do to make it even better. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ms. Stacia.
Hey guys, good morning. Buenos dias. My name is Alex Navarro. I am the president of the Hispanic Business Association of the Low Country. We are in the actual south of South Carolina, different in Jasper County. We are a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to develop, empower, and inspire small businesses. Even though there are many chambers in this area, we are collaborating with each one of them to be able to integrate the Latino community. The Latino community demographic is growing tremendously in this area. And currently, every single system, from government to every other industry, are not ready or prepared for that integration that they were looking to have. We provide opportunities to small businesses. We provide business mentoring. We have networking opportunities. We provide seminars, workshops. We also created a business expo, Connecta Business Expo. It's an annual event. And we're trying to implement a new program with local high schools coming up this following year. So we're here. We want to be your partner. We want to be your connection to the Latino community, a bridge to be able to integrate our community with everyone else here in South Carolina.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. So before we move on to the discussion, I do just want to say again, thank you to everybody on the council for taking your time, for taking your talents, your resources, and using what you have to help better the agency. And also just want to say, like, today is a special day for so many reasons, but today is also my 1 year anniversary with the commission. And I just want to take this time to thank my leadership team. I want to thank Johnny, Brent, and Dr. DaCosta for really pouring into me. I think in this 1 year, I've experienced a lot of growth. And as we can see, they trust me to coordinate with you all, and they trust me to, coordinate the activities of our small business division. So I want to take this opportunity to let my agency know I'm thankful for all of you, thankful for the lessons I've learned, and thank you for just the growth I've experienced. And as far as the council, I'm so excited to have all you on the call. I'm excited as we meet more, as we have our in-person meetings, as we, just talk about different initiatives. Everybody has a level of expertise and everybody contributes in a different way. So I just want to thank you for that. And for our discussion, we may not have time for everybody to speak, and that's okay. Even if you would like to mention something in the chat, but I just want to hear from a couple people, and hoping to hear from people representing different locations. What are some of those issues that you see small businesses really facing in your location or in the target market that you interact with the most? And also, when you think about what those issues could be, how can us at the commission help you all to alleviate some of those issues?
And before you start, what these issues will be, we will use this as our platform for the next fiscal year. So if we could come up with 5 major issues to focus on, that would help us to engage or to build into our strategic plan how we're going to accomplish those goals or solve those issues. So anyone who would like to, please do so at this time.
Better reach for the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tasha. Yeah, you go first.
I'm sorry, this is Angela.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Better reach in the rural community. That's something the SBA, and that's something I have been trying to focus on, reaching the rural, because we have a lot of rural communities that need assistance, but getting all the necessary resources to them is the issue.
Okay. And that's one of our main focuses also, Angela. So we're right on target with that.
Hi, this is Tasha. I think one of the major issues I've been seeing, if I experienced myself when I started as a business, is understanding how to apply for these contracts. It don't matter if they're $1,000 or $1 million. If you don't understand the jargon, you don't
That's correct.
understand how to apply, you don't understand what all these things mean. It's intimidating, and you have a lot of people who can actually do the jobs, but they don't understand the jargon. I feel like they just make it harder for us to apply, and it automatically eliminates the people who are in the rural areas that may not have the resources to understand. That's the main thing.
And that's one of the major gaps we're trying to close also. Trying to get resources to rural communities.
And then I have one more thing too.
Yes.
Being able to, I think Tamara, Johnny mentioned about being a subcontractor. How do we connect the primes with these subcontractors? Because everybody say, oh, be a sub. But how do you get connected to those primes in order for you to be able to let them know what services you offer in order to do that as well?
All right, very good.
Dr. DaCosta, this is Vanessa. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. So the biggest challenge we're having as entrepreneurs right now is the fact that we just do not have, I'm going back to Tasha's point, the education around contracting. but also the visibility of when these contracts are available to us and what we qualify to bid on. So that's a big gap for us. People talk about it, but no one really understands, what is the process? What is the system? What platform should we be utilizing? We're getting stuff from SAMS. We're getting stuff from grants. Things are just coming from all kind of sources, SBA. We really don't have a system or workflow that'll walk us through a simple process on actually how to apply and what we qualify for. And, again, like Tasha stated, how to actually partner with Prime. So that's the biggest gap that I'm seeing so far.
Hi, this is Vanessa Mota. I just wanted to state something. In Chicago, they have a training similar to that, and that is something that we need, a training in government contracting. I have seen it with all the people that we have gone through. We're not experts in that. We try to bring experts in, but they just get bits and pieces. It's not a curriculum where they get the entire training. And that's where that piece is missing. And I think it would be great if the commission could do that training.
Well, we have enough expertise on this call to come up with some kind of a training guideline. We got some great people on this call who understand contracting, and we're going to put them to work to help us build a process on from start to finish, how to deal with the procurement and bidding process, how to attract or how to partner with the primes if you're interested in being a sub. That's a very, very good that's a very good issue for us to focus on along with all the others. But I think we've heard a lot about the gaps. People just don't know. And I found that out when we took over contracting and certification. The first major problem was that once people are certified, they didn't know what to do with it because they didn't know anything about the contracting and certification process. So that has been on my radar for a very long time. And now we have the opportunity to put together a process, a training process to help educate those who want to learn more about contracting and certification, whether it's on the local, state and local level or the federal level. So you can look forward to hearing more about that as we move forward.
Dr. DaCosta, this is Erin. I am right in line with y'all. I actually taught a class to the DBEs at SCDOT in Columbia. It was disheartening of how many DBEs and small businesses did not know what they were doing. So I actually have a class and a curriculum and an outline that I developed of how to do it. What are the first steps? What are the second steps? But I agree with Tasha, and I believe someone else said, why can't we put all these platforms in one place for the state of South Carolina? I mean, for heaven's sakes, there's like 20. And sometimes the counties have their own, then the towns have their own, then you have the state, then you have to go back to the county. And it is kind of, it's very confusing. And if I wouldn't have taken the time, many years ago, probably about 5 years ago, when I started Arbetta's Construction, I wouldn't have known everything I know. But now I would like to teach it and tell other people. But you're so right. It needs to be in one South Carolina location. Why does everybody have their own thing? Because that's confusing. And that's where a lot of the small businesses aren't able to capture small jobs that they can bid on, and then it goes to the people just in that little area. So I second that. I look forward to it. Whenever we're ready to share our ideas, I'll get my outline together and send it to everybody.
I can assist a little bit with clarifying why they have all those variations of types of ways that they solicit and identify the opportunities. You see, agencies that receive federal dollars, such as the DOT, they're required to follow, and even the city in some instances, they are required to follow federal regulations. But they are also, the DOT receive federal and state dollars. So therefore, there's a combinations of different types of procurements or procedures when they solicit opportunities. So that's why one needs to be educated on the different types of requirements that apply to each one of the agencies. I've been fortunate enough that I was selected, my firm, to have the DBE supportive contract with SCDOT, which was 5 years of training and developing minority and DB firms. In fact, we were acknowledged to have more, again, the term was DBE back then, firms awarded contracts than the DOT itself. So it's just a thing of identifying would agency have the types of requirements for the solicitations of those opportunities. And especially with the city, everyone thinks it's all city funding. Well, the city of Columbia also receives some federal dollars as well. You just have to know what the opportunities are and how those contracts are funded. So I truly am looking forward to assisting in that area. Another thing too that we might have looked over, a lot of the agencies receive massive amount of contracts under a certain dollar amount. I think the limit now is $50,000, and they don't really have to solicit that information publicly. All they have to do is call 2 or 3 firms.
That's true.
To award those contracts. So can you imagine a small company? I would love to have, and many companies that I know would love to compete against one other company to receive a $50,000 contract. And if you can submit a proposal or a bid for 3, 4, 5, 6 of those a year, then you're doing okay as a small business. But I won't say this unknown secret, but a lot of the agencies will not share and don't share this information with the small business community. You see, that's the major problem that I see. Or they will call up individuals. People like doing business with people that they know. But it's unfair to continue to call XYZ contractor that is, you've been doing business with him for 20 and 30 years. I experienced that because of the compliance side. We assisted Richland County. We developed a small business program with the Richland County. And we got on the inside, and they literally were, and it's not really the staff's fault, because in some instances, if a division person is familiar with a particular contractor, and that contractor has done work excellent for him for 20, 30 years, well, then why does he want to switch up? I even asked the question, how are you not submitting this solicitation to other firms? He said, well, Mr. Joe, hypothetical with names here, have done excellent work with us for 30 years. This firm done business with this agency for 30 years. And that's who they continue to award the contract to. But with this agency right now, this committee, thank you again, Dr. DaCosta, I'm looking forward to sharing what I have learned has taken place on the inside of agencies. And what I'm saying is not a secret. Most individuals that know me know I've worked on the inside of SCDOT for 15, 20 years, Richland County, the city of Columbia, and especially the airports. They have major issues with sharing the opportunities publicly with other agencies. So small firms, we have issues with getting in or attempting to identify the opportunity. So this is really good. Also, too, I heard someone mention subcontracting. All firms have to start somewhere, but it is rewarding to put the thought process in mind that being a sub is great to get work in any capacity, but you need to be able to grow at some point. You see, that subcontractor need to look forward to getting enough experience and identifying what the requirements are to be the prime contractor, to control the aspects in that prime position. It's a major difference as opposed to having a prime pay you when he wants to pay you, even though that contract says pay you within 30 days. That rarely happens in most agencies. Rarely happen.
Well, this is why we got this committee, because we're going
That's
to
right.
we're going to put our thinking caps on. We're going to take all this experience that's on this call, and we're going to come up with a resource guide that's going to help small businesses. And I think that the expertise that's on this Advisory Council fits the bill. I think that you all have a lot to offer. We're going to be looking forward to working with you. Because we're running out of time, if you had a suggestion, if you would reach out to Tamara, and we will schedule a discussion, and hopefully our next meeting will be in person in September, because I think we need to have a brainstorming meeting in person so that we can start a dialogue and establish a working document towards transforming how small businesses grow, learn, and do business in the state of South Carolina. I think a lot of you have great ideas, but for the sake of time, we're not going to be able to go through all of the ideas. So if you would jot it down, email it to Tamara, we will come up with a list and share your ideas with everyone on the call. And then we will come together again to discuss those ideas and come up with a strategic plan for 2026-27 fiscal year on how we're going to transform the small business industry in South Carolina. I think that we have great people. There may be a few more that I will call on because I definitely need someone. We got some folks who can talk about finances, people who've experienced business, who can share consulting. We've got a little bit of everybody on this call. I need somebody from the IRS, or if you're an expert in IRS rules and regulations, because a lot of small businesses, back during COVID, I was given $40 million to give out to small businesses to help them stay afloat during COVID. And we got 10,000 applications. We paired with Commerce and Department of Revenue. Out of the 3 agencies, we got 10,000 applications, which we created the applications, and we could not identify 2,000 people qualified to give these grants to. People who just don't understand business structure. They don't understand the importance of separating your business account from your personal account. Many who have never filed business taxes to show their revenue, they missed out on an opportunity. That's what stirred me and forced me to start thinking proactively on how we can avoid that situation down the road. We'll never know when another disaster is coming. We don't know when we're going to have additional dollars, but what we want to do is be proactive and get these small businesses ready so that if the opportunity presents itself, they'll be able to take advantage of what's coming their way. Anything else before we close? Because we are at the 11 o'clock hour. We've got 2 minutes.
Dr. Costo, I just want to say, I just put it in the chat. We have our Young CEO Business Pitch Competition on July the 7th. What I need is business support for our young people. They are awesome. They have businesses, but we do need that business mentorship. So come and see them in action. And you can contact me. I'll put my email address in there if you have any other questions.
And Norma, I mentioned your young CEOs at the Georgetown Accelerator Program, because we had a few youngsters who did their pitch at that event, and they were amazing. So, I'm all in for training young people on how to start and grow a business. If you train them right, they'll grow right. And these are babies. These are kids under 17?
Yeah, well, we have grades 4 through 12, and I do 17 through 25. I want to shout out to Tamara and Johnny, and especially Nicole, who came to our, and Nia, who came to our focus groups for parents and kids. Thank you.
Wonderful. So we've got our work cut out for us, but I think we've got a team of people who can help us move the needle and push things forward for small businesses in South Carolina. Any other final comments before we close?
I think we're good, Dr. DaCosta. You could close it out.
I think I'm.
Unless Johnny has something he wants to say. Johnny, did you have something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, just the last comments here. You didn't hear a lot from the director. I did have some issues with the communications, but I want to say to everybody on this call, if we look around the room, this is where it starts. We have at least 500 years of experience in small business. We have experts. We have folks that had troubles throughout their business careers. So we take all those issues and great things and we put them together and we make a great small business community because we got a lot of experts here. And this is why the Small Business Advisory Council was established. We established it with the right entities because you all bring a special service to the table that we can service the entire state and we can be great at what we do. And a lot of you I do know personally. I've had one-on-one conversations with you. I'm always available. My team is always available. And anytime you want to schedule a one-on-one or in person with someone from myself or my team, just reach out to us and we can try to get you in our calendar and we can sit down and discuss. Because it's just not a quarterly thing with Small Business Advisory. It's an everyday thing because business is constantly moving every day, all day. So with that being said, I appreciate all of you volunteering your time and your services, and I look forward to working with every one of you.
Thank you, Johnny. And
Especially
I hope that our September meeting we can do in person. Please check your calendars. I think the dates are in the document that Tamara sent you. It looks like September 9th is the next meeting. I would like for that to be in person. My new training room will be finished here at the commission at that time. I promise to serve lunch. So come planning to spend at least a couple of hours brainstorming because we'd like to have a draft document to work with on how we're going to improve small businesses in the state of South Carolina and how we're going to close some of the gaps that we're experiencing. Thank you all so much. This has been a great meeting. Love seeing all of you on the call, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor. Appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Have a good day.
Thanks, Doc.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.